Hello, everybody, and this is one of those vlogs that I seem to do every so often, and I can't believe it still needs to be said, but I'm going to say it anyway. Now, every so often, I will see a comment, I will see a video, I will see something in chat where I'm seeing either the debunking community called out, the debunkers called out, or both, and in such a way that it shows a complete lack of understanding of either. I mean, no understanding whatsoever. And sometimes I think this is because it's convenient, because people don't like fakery being called out, or they don't want to get their heads wrapped around the fact that there is bad investigations and there is intentional fakery for clicks and views. And sometimes I just feel it's a complete lack of understanding because it is generally people outside of the community who don't even want to attempt to see what the reality is here. So there are three factors coming into play from this blog, all from the same sources. Now, the main focus of this blog is a comment I saw on a video. It's not a debunking community video. It is a video outside the debunking community. But let's start at the beginning. A couple of days ago, Shape, lovely Shape, puts out a video about John Wolfe. If you know, you know. If you don't, please go and watch Shape's video to see what he actually said. And of course, it's one of those videos that happens in the debunking community that outside channels leap on because it's potential drama. And drama, as we all know, gets clicks and views. And of course, the person I saw is somebody I don't watch very often because I'll get to that later. But I do keep an eye on what's being discussed because it's the way my channel works. So Simply Strange decides to cover this video by Shape, where he's looking at a video by John Wolfe. I watch both Shape and John Wolfe, and I've followed Shape for a long time. This isn't about the content of Shape's video. This is about the comment underneath Simply Strange's response to it. And I will get to Simply Strange later. But I want to concentrate on the comment first. And this is what the comment said. I'm not putting the name of the person. This is about what the comment said. No sympathy for debunkers. Zero. This has been a long time coming. Surprised it's taken this long, but it seems judgment is finally hitting these slanderous gatekeeping clowns where it hurts. You can't make this stuff up. Let's take that bit by bit, shall we? No sympathy for debunkers. Not sure they're looking for any from you. Okay, for a start. The majority of debunkers are well aware of what they're getting into when they're a debunker. Even me, as a non-debunker, within the debunking community, as a commentary channel, am well aware that because of the community I'm in, I'm not going to get any sympathy if some people agree or disagree with what I'm saying. But debunkers especially, they know what they're letting themselves in for. They know they're not going to be popular, especially with the channels that they're debunking. It's not rocket science. When you call people out for fakery, when you call people out for misleading the public, you're going to get kickback. Because nobody likes being caught. Nobody likes being found out. Especially when there's an income involved. And that's why people debunk. It's the fundamental reason that debunkers do what they do. It's because they want to expose the fakery. It's because they want to highlight poor techniques. That's the reason debunkers do this. I'm not going to go into all the other arguments. The other arguments have been said time and time again. Oh, they don't believe in the paranormal. Well, yes, they do, you know. Most of them, at least. And those who don't are prepared if evidence is shown to do it. This isn't about that. This is about the hate that goes towards the debunkers. And that's what it is. It's hate. This has been a long time coming. I don't know what's been a long time coming. Do you really feel that Simply Strange is the pillar of the is the pillar of YouTube that's going to expose the debunkers for what they really are. No, it's not. And again, I'll get into him later. In terms of shape, he's very regular on his uploads. So you haven't had to wait long, hon. Surprised it's taken this long. No. It seems judgment is finally hitting, and these were the words. These were the words that actually made me laugh. These slanderous gatekeeping clowns where it hurts. First of all, slander is when you're saying something that's untrue. And the best debunkers are very, very careful at making sure that they're actually showing what they see, they're explaining it. If it's their opinion, they're very clear about that. Even when there's jokes, it's not slander. Look up the definition of slander. That is not it. This is slander. Beardo loves the Backstreet Boys so much he buys their bathwater. Side-Eye Guy ruins every investigation he's involved with because ghosts don't like singing. Crow of Judas loves lettuce and broccoli and everything ever that's good for him when he's eating. Mythos's favourite Star Wars character is Jar Jar Binks. Kenny Biddle believes everything that comes out of a spirit box is true. That is all slander, because none of it's true. Now, in terms of the word gatekeeping, this is where it gets interesting. These gatekeeping clowns. Now, this person, I'm sure, absolutely 100% sure, did not mean to get that right. But that is what debunkers do. They gatekeep. Because what a gatekeeper is, it's a term that's most commonly used in the media for the news. And gatekeepers in the news, without getting into the politics of the news, in a perfect world, the gatekeepers of the news are there to choose the stories, to make sure that the research has been done properly, to make sure they're as accurate as possible, and to make sure they're fair and balanced. And yes, debunkers are the gatekeepers of the paranormal. And they're there because they're needed. They are so needed to be there. Because otherwise, the fakery just gets out of hand. The fake channels are never going to go away. They're too popular. It's about educating people as to the techniques. It's about showing people how a lot of these channels, not all, but how it's about showing how some channels are faking their content for monetary gain. It's as simple as that. It's not a nice thing to have to say, but it's as simple as that. And it's also about highlighting good investigation techniques. It's not gatekeeping YouTube. It's not gatekeeping the channels that, oh, they just don't like those channels. It's about gatekeeping the paranormal in the hope that the paranormal investigations of all types and all research is done properly. It's done with good intention, and it's done to further the field, not to make the money. You can't make this stuff up, is the last part of that comment. Well, clearly you can, because you just did, okay? You just did. This isn't about getting the person that says that. It's the blanket statement. I've removed the name, but it was the slanderous gatekeeping clowns. I thought, come on. Do you even know what a debunker is? Do you even care? I mean, that's the thing. As vitriolic as this comment is, they don't care. No sympathy for debunkers. It's said right from the start. No sympathy. Not interested. Blah, blah, blah. La, 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 la. Stick my fingers in my ears and pretend they're not there. Just hope they go away. Then don't watch them. Easy. Don't watch them. You keep watching the fakery and the drama and the poor techniques. And if all you're doing is watching it for the shocks and scares and ooh, and people having to go at each other, then you just keep going. But that's not what the debunkers are about. That's not what gatekeeping is. In terms of the channel that this was found on, which is Simply Strange, Ben of Laney and Ben, I don't watch very often because I don't approve. I have no problem with a channel being outside of the community and looking inwards and reporting on what's going on. But you don't understand the community, Ben. Just because, in your own admission, you faked all the content on your Laney and Ben channel, which had over 100,000 subscribers and was monetized, and there was a little apology, in my opinion, because I think you had to. But all of those years of fakery does not make you an expert on the debunking community. What that makes you an expert on is being caught. What that makes you an expert on is how to fake videos, not how to debunk them. There's a clear difference. And just as an aside, putting videos behind a paywall, which I saw you say in a video, you're going to put videos behind a paywall that would show people how you faked it. That's not helping. I'm more concerned that all that's going to do is half all the little wannabe fakers running around out there thinking, oh, Ben's going to show us how to do it. Okay? So a plea from me, if that's what you're going to do, fair enough, but please do it responsibly. Debunkers will always get hit, and they will always get accused of this, that, and the other. And I've also seen comments in Simply Strange. I've seen comments in Shapes, oh, the debunkers shouldn't be fighting with it. It's not about fighting with each other. Debunking community can't win. If they don't say anything that's happened, they're accused of sticking together and not facing things. If they do say something, they're not sticking together. See how that works? Vicious circle. It's a no-win situation for the debunkers in terms of the way the people on the outside look at them, which is why, by the way, the debunking community is so strong. And is it perfect? No, it absolutely isn't. No community is perfect. But I get frustrated sometimes. But I am still a fully fledged member of the community, and I don't just mean as a channel. I've been part of the community as a subscriber for a long time. And even when I sometimes get frustrated with things going on, I see a comment like this and I get very, very protective. And as long as I'm getting very, very protective when I see comments like this and I want to stand up for my community, then the community is going in the right direction, because the overall picture is good and is positive and is doing the right thing.